Well, that's not what you want to see in the morning. Boop. And just a normal bad omen, of course. But I'm not gonna let a bad omen get in the way of my episode. I may be late to both spring and April Fools, but I do want to spring up the area. And I have bigger plans than I originally intended. I was just gonna make, a little grass farm here, a couple buildings there, which I've already planned out, and then also take the train tracks all the way out to its first stop, way out here, for the Skella farm that's hidden underneath that tiny little shack. 'Cause I'm gonna need bone meal for that grass farm. And so, I've actually already kind of plotted this out on a copy of the world. Another side thing I've wanted to do for a while is fix up these plots so it's not fully just sweet berries. So that's another little thing. I don't know if we're gonna do that today. But I have a couple small little buildings here. I've paid far more attention to the center one because this is where the grass farm is lovingly hidden away. And I've adjusted a particular farm that I'm going to credit in the top hand corner and below. And if I place a minecart, every time it goes back and forth, it's going to bone meal this area. So if I get rid of some of this, I'm trying not to destroy the blocks behind because I'm creative. It refuels this. And then all of that will be picked up below in this minecart system, which is sloppily made, admittedly, but it does work, and it goes down into the output. But that's all fine and functional. I have no plans for these side buildings yet. I have other farms I want to do, so that this area still needs to be worked on, but I do want to get these 3 buildings in today. Except for one more thing. I have a lot of pillager heads from doing some raids a little while ago, and I wanted to do some sort of Easter thing with them, but it never came about. So this is going to be an opt-in thing because it may be dangerous depending on how we do it. That's a little too close. I'm introducing the Pillager Ploy. Every episode, I'm gonna roll D20 and it'll give me something from a list to pick from to prank somebody's base. And the first thing I'm gonna do after everybody opts in is hide a bunch of pillager heads around their base. The longer the pillager heads are there, the more pranks that happen. Because honestly, I just want some shenanigans. And I've already gotten up to some shenanigans. You see, last time, I got my hands on some clown heads. This kind of clown head. And of course, I immediately hid them around Lilac's base. And then waited for her to log on. Peekaboo. Very quietly. Very quiet. I'll have to fight. Yes, I did! Now let's see how long this takes. Because one of them is really mean and difficult to find. Another one is really easy, but only if you look for it. Ah, immediately. Perfect. I was hoping the torch would help give it away. Oh, I should have put some in here. This could be a cinematic moment. Oh no! I spent too long setting up my camera! And next, Lilac shall run over here, and Elytra hop over to our horse race, and around the barn. Lilac does not know where the other 2 heads are. All she knows is that they are outside, and she must find them. How long is it gonna take for her to see? She completely went past it! Oh, this is great! Oh, it's gonna take her a minute. I feel so bad for this, but it's gonna take her a minute. Wait, yes! Yes! Yes, yes! It took me like 3 or 4 tries to get up here. This is not the worst spot. I will give hint. It's at the trading building, also outside. So let's see how long this one takes. Because that took a minute. I don't blame her. This would some of those spots would actually be pretty good. I usually have music playing when I'm recording, and right now Coconut Mall is going off in my ear. So that's great. That's I'm so close to it. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know. Yeah! Yeah! It is such a mean spot. Thanks for participating. Welcome to me spelling live, participating in the Lil Hunt. Kinda cruel but amazing, yes. Very much so. I have a habit of that for some reason. Of course, loved it, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Wish Skip and Dead Dog would log on sometimes. Skip's on every now and again, but it's only for short moments. I need to find something to do the next time they're online, and I also happen to be online. Because that'd be great. I would love to do that. I've left stuff for Lilac that she's needed. Maybe I could... I know I'm not sure what Dead Dog needs. I know Skip has been needing deep slate for various things, so I could just leave little shulker boxes or chests of deep slate around. It's just like a little impromptu treasure hunt. What? 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 I know you're magic, but you're magic. What was that? Okay, I'm going back to AFK. And while we can't get the Pillager Ploy done immediately, I still think that I need to set up for that. But so far, almost everyone is interested in it, so that'll be pretty soon. In the meantime, I do want to cause a little bit of shenanigans. I'm gonna deliver, quote unquote, some deep slate for Skip. I would love to do something for Dead Dog, now Penguins. I'd love to do something for Penguins, but I'm not sure what yet because I don't really know what he needs. So we're going with Skip instead for the moment. But first, I seriously need to get those buildings done. We need to get these all nice and built up, and I already have the schematic ready to go. So for the first time in a minute here, because I've been avoiding them for a while, let's time-lapse this. I went AFK for one moment. Opened that door and didn't even see him at first. You suck so much. Please, off my porch. It's done! And I love actually seeing this in the server because it's such a great addition to what we have going on right now. And actually seeing it in person instead of just on Creative World is so good. I want to add so much more decorations and little paths around, but I don't have the time to do that today. But this is definitely going to help me out. But there's one thing I forgot, and it's continuing this giant track. And I still have a few materials. So let's see how far this will get me. I'm seriously hoping it's enough to get me all the way out to that first stop right over there. And you know what? I'm enjoying this. I hate to do it so quickly again, but I need to get this done. So another time lapse. That's close enough. Yeah, it really isn't. I need to continue this more. And I still have a huge amount of copper grates. I barely used, I don't even think I used half of what I had. But I need to get more copper before I can continue this thing. I also need AFK for more string because I completely used all of what I had left over to cover this area up except for 2 spots. And then this is gonna need string in the middle row. That's a-okay. Now, in the meantime, I don't have it on me. I'm gonna get started hiding this little box at Skip's base. And of course, I have some plans to go with it. And while I do need to go about gathering more copper, I actually have a bit of my problem solved because I didn't even realize I had this in here. Stealing all that. And I can also take all the oxidized stuff because I've been AFK around my base so much that my bee farm has a huge backstock. So I can absolutely continue working on the train station and that first stop at the end of the video. Since when did I have an extra elytra in here? I don't know when I was just like, there's my maps. I don't remember what this is from. Because I thought I now only had one backup, and I actually ran for that backup for an episode for when I mapped out the entire server, pretty much. How long have I had that there? That's disappointing. I'm a big fan of rhymes and poetry and just having fun with wordplay and deliberate word choice. So I'm gonna write up a couple books. I may have gone a little bit overboard. I've been sitting here for a little while and I now have 4 books. They're all only 1 page each, but I have 4 books. First one, The Quest. Still need some deep slate? Follow this quest, see if you can step to the plate. A test you'll find, one that pulls from your mind. Full of snow, this was your first show. Your initial clue is under a greenhouse of blue. Second clue, or the first actual clue, because this is just to get the quest started. The first clue. Great show. The episode went from love to fun. A trove of achievements were done. The second clue is where things went askew. Bent branches cover the spot under which your hint can be caught. And then the next one was 2. Above a dark city was where we next embarked. Sailing an ocean of white, the goat in a boat was a token sight. In the deep you sneaked. The keep is next in queue. Peek in for the following clue. And the last one. What a clever hiding spot no one could find. You took a shot and Lilac was left in a bind. In the mess, under the trash I'd guess, is where you hid. Your stash is under the lid. If you can figure it out, that's great. That's seriously good. I'm hoping somebody can. But in the meantime, I gotta go place all these. So I'll be right back. Skip's actually got a fair amount of just random things around, including a bunch of shulkers I got for him a couple weeks back now. So it looks like I'm gonna add to it. Boop. Boop. And hopefully that catches his attention. I'm also gonna send him a DM telling him I've set this up, but yeah, that should work. Right, I think it would. I didn't want to do a back and forth of shaving, then mining, shaving, then mining. So instead, I'm just filling my entire storage room with blocks of copper. I'm not sure how this was the better option, but yeah, this is what I'm doing. What did you do today? I'll just fill my entire storage room with copper. That's what I did today. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. What I did today was build a grass farm, start a train station, make a treasure hunt, essentially. And then I filled my entire storage room with copper. I forgot that all this is gonna very quickly start aging while I'm trying to fill my entire house with copper. So I'm gonna also have to remove any age that happens while I'm doing this. This is also very much so testing my ability to spam click. I think Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64 prepared me for this. That Magikarp game was absolutely my favorite. That game's so good. I love it so much. It's such a silly game. I want more Nintendo games like that. Pokemon Stadium 2 absolutely kicked ass though. I was so close to filling the house with pure, or at least this room, with purely copper blocks. But there's just this little area, and then down there, and then I could have done it. I'm not sure if this was efficient or not at this point, because it feels efficient, but it might have just been faster to just scrape and mine, rather than scrape all of them at once. I still need to do the cut copper I have, but scrape all of these at once, and then mine it all. But it feels efficient. Surprisingly, aside from those 2 I saw earlier, not a single one of these has aged this entire time, except I think this might have been the first 2 I placed, honestly. And I'm gonna add wax to all of those in a moment, but first I gotta do the exact same thing all over again with all this. So I'll be right back. Didn't even fill up my room again, but that's okay. I absolutely have enough honeydew for, not honeydew, honeycomb for this. Okay. Also, my game's oddly lagging. It's like a slight frame stutter, and I don't know why, how, what. It could absolutely be all the goddamn bees I have in here. It's probably all the goddamn bees I have. And that's all of it. I accidentally turned some of those blocks of wax copper into cut wax copper. I am feeling this lag. I am not in love with it. I don't even have any shaders. Like, the most I have for fancy graphics is fancy leaves, and everything else is resource pack. I don't know. I have not a clue as to why it is just simply happening. There we go. Nice. And now I can fit my stone cutter. Fit my stone cutter back in here. Nice. Okay, great. Then I can immediately go back to working on the train station and actually design a station, because I have no idea what I'm doing for the actual station. That's gonna be it for this one. Pillager Ploy is absolutely starting next time, or at least I'm gonna start setting it up next time. But the start date is May 7th, so I have some time to do all that. But thank you all for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.